Trigger warning, if you enjoy coffee and hamburgers, what I'm about to tell you is going to make you upset. Trump just dropped a 50% tariff on Brazil's coffee and beef starting August 1st. You heard that correct, 50%. And experts are saying that the price of coffee in stores and coffee shops could jump between 20 and 50%. And ground beef could skyrocket to $9 a pound. Now keep in mind it's going to take a few months for these prices to fully spike, which means now is the best time to stock up. But let me ask you, do you think adding a 50% tariff on coffee and burgers is what America First should look like?
We have some news right now. Donald Trump has imposed 50% tariffs on Brazil. Why? Because he's upset that Brazil is going after its former president, Jair Bolsonaro, for inciting an insurrection. Now, these 50% tariffs will go into effect on August 6th. They exclude a number of things like aircraft parts and orange juice, but what they don't exclude is coffee. And Brazil is one of the largest exporters of coffee to the United States of America, which means your coffee prices are about to skyrocket. And they're going to skyrocket on August 6th as tariffs jack up prices of Brazilian coffee coming into the United States. And honestly, a 50% tariff would make it nearly impossible for some Brazilian exporters to even bring coffee into the United States, just given the complete cost of the entire process of getting it to the United States of America. Now, it's not the worst case scenario, as Brazil's finance minister says, because it excludes a number of things like orange juice, nuts, aircraft parts, and more. But at least coffee, that price is going to go up fast.
The tariff must have really hit the coffee industry, because I'm telling you right now, the prices that I'm seeing right here in my grocery store is absolutely insane. Check this out. So you mean to tell me that now Starbucks is $15.29? I could swear I only paid like $10 or $11 or even less. But it's not only that, it's all these other coffees that were originally before at $8.99. This one is $7.99. The Dunkin' Donuts, that's the sale. Ugh, do not like Dunkin'. But everything else, $17, $14. The price has definitely gone up for all the coffees. Now there's a buy one, get one free on this coffee. Oh, but let me look at the coffee pods to see how much that has gone up. Yep, they're like at $12. Just a 12-pack of coffee pods of $12.69. This is absolutely insane. The tariffs affect us, I guess, guys. And you know what? I need my coffee. I'm gonna spend $15.29. Oh boy.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget, because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything, and we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck, basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo. I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and thank you so much for your support. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. In today's video, let's talk about why your morning coffee just got a whole lot more expensive and how we got here. Right now in the US, coffee prices are rising fast, and a big part of the problem is tied to DT's trade policies and tariffs. Yes, that's right. While many people are blaming inflation and global supply issues, what's really adding fire to the flame are the massive tariffs DT placed on imports, especially from Brazil, one of the world's biggest coffee producers.
Your coffee, it's gonna become 50% more expensive than what you're paying right now. And the reason behind it is because the president signed today into law 50% tariff against Brazil. And guess where the coffee's coming from? 35% of the coffee is being imported from Brazil. That is what we are importing. The beef, there is a 50% tariff against the beef. That means all those frozen burgers that we are bringing in and the frozen lamb and all that, it's gonna have 50% tariff. The steel is at 50%, but then who cares about the steel? I mean, it's not like we use it every day. But the good news is the orange juice, it is exempt from the tariff. Don't ask me why, we don't know. The United States does import a lot of orange juice from Brazil, but I don't know why. That was, I guess, because everybody drinks it in the morning and it's more like, you know, it's supposed to be like your bread, your butter kind of type of food. So that's where we are dealing with today. So, and that is going to take effect on August 1st. So all this cargo that it's already on the water is going to get hit by 50% as soon as it arrives into the United States. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't deviate from paying the duties and the tariff. The only way to go around it is to reroute your shipments to Mexico or to Canada until you find a solution, or to put it in a specific type of warehouse until you figure out what to do. Most of our customers today were really worried about what they're going to do with the product that is coming in here. Their customers are not they're not wanting to pay the 50% tariff. They're basically saying it's their problem as exporters, and from Brazil, I mean. So now this is the whole entire issue. I have one customer, he has about 4 containers on the water, and guess what? His customer just canceled the entire order. So that's the news of the day. I guess it's another day in logistics. So yep, that's what we're going to talk about it for the entire week. Hopefully we can help these people out and see what we can do with it. So cheers.
At the DT's America First strategy, he imposed a 50% tariff on imports from Brazil, including coffee. Now think about that. Brazil is the top supplier of coffee beans to the US. So when you slap a huge tax on every pound of beans coming into the country, guess what happens? Prices shoot up, and who ends up paying the price? Regular people, the consumers. Before the tariffs, the average price for roasted specialty coffee was already high. But now, it's hitting record levels. Some going for more than $32 a pound. Even basic ground coffee at the grocery store has jumped to over $7 per pound. And it's not just the beans. Roasters and caves are paying more for everything, from packaging to transport, and all that is passed down to the consumer. So your $4 coffee now is $6, and that is handing up fast. DT's defenders might say that the tariffs were meant to protect American jobs. But here's the problem. America doesn't grow much coffee. Most of its coffee comes from places like Brazil, Colombia, and Vietnam. So who are we really protecting with these tariffs? It's not helping farmers here. It's just hurting small coffee shops, roasters, and regular people trying to get to do the deal. Let's not forget, these policies have created a trend tension that makes it harder to import affordable goods. It's a tough talk with China. A decision to pull back on trade deals and this focus on isolation have helped push prices up, not just for the coffee, but for a lot of everyday products. But coffee hits hard because it's something millions of Americans depend on every morning. This is no longer just about luxury, it's about daily life. Now, caves and coffee businesses are struggling to survive. They're laying off staff, raising prices, or closing their doors. Meanwhile, working class people, many of whom supported DT, are realizing that these policies are hitting them right in the wallet. That's the irony. People voted thinking they'd get better prices and stronger economies, but they are waking up to higher bills and empty coffee pots. So if you're wondering why your morning coffee is draining your bank account, just look at the policies, the tariffs, the trade wars, the decisions being at the top that trickle down and squeeze everyone at the bottom. Coffee used to be simple, thanks to DT. Now it's political and pricey. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.